Well, it's that time of the week again where we get to talk about brand new VR games coming out this week, new games coming out next week, and of course some of that juicy VR gaming news. But before we dive into that, there is no ad segment today. I just want to thank you guys. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Honestly, your likes and subscribing and all of those wonderful things and supporting this channel with your comments, all of that. It just makes a huge difference to the channel, and I just want to say thank you to you. Now, let's dive into new VR games this week. Kicking it all off, we had Phasmophobia hitting the PSVR 2. Unfortunately, this was not the glorious launch that we were hoping for. In fact, this is actually pretty savage in a lot of ways. So there's some core mechanics definitively missing from this game when it comes to the PSVR 2 version of it, and also just some visual aids that really kind of suck. Unfortunately, this game doesn't look the best, and there's some weird quirks with it where you can't even like turn and walk forward with it. And not only that, it just looks pretty bad when it comes to the PSVR 2 version. I mean, like, things not rendering in at a distance. Like, if you go into like foveated rendering, it goes into like this madness mode, which makes everything sort of ghost off. I really feel like this was just kicked out the door rather than pushed or even like encouraged out the door. I feel like they just pushed this way too quickly. Pretty sad. If I were you, I'd save your money on Phasmophobia on the PSVR 2 for now, and then, you know, once it's eventually fixed, I'll talk about it again. But until then, I really wouldn't spend your money on this, as there's no refund policy on the PSVR 2. Next up, Human Fall Flat VR. Now, honestly, I was pretty excited for this game, and I had been trying to work out how the hell this game would even work when it came to sort of, well, coming to VR. Are you going to embody these characters? And the answer is no, you don't embody these characters. The way you work is you're kind of like a marionette guiding around your little Human Fall Flat character, working in this wild and wacky physics. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking to yourself, well, does that work? And the answer actually, bizarrely, is yeah, it really frigging does work. It turns out this is actually a pretty solid game. If you like the flat version of this game, this kind of adds like a new element to it, and it really has everything there that you'd expect to be there. All the DLCs, all the worlds, all the things that you would expect to be there are there. This is actually a really cool way of doing a platformer, and it sets it apart from any other platformer that we currently have. VR gaming news. Well, let's kick this off with the fact that Gorilla Tag is making its way to the PSVR 2. This is actually a pretty big moment because, well, there's nothing like this at all on the PlayStation platform currently, and I feel like this is going to do pretty well for itself. So PSVR 2 players, rejoice as you now finally can monkey. Next up, Triangle Factory dropped this week, and this is kind of the first sort of true JRPG sort of, I guess, Game Boy looking type style game. Honestly, it's not really my cup of tea. I'm not a massive fan of JRPGs, but this is pretty unique, and I do like the way it looks. Like I say, not particularly my type of game, but if this is your jam, I think you're going to really like this. It's been brought to life in VR, and it looks really freaking cool the way they've made it very interactive, but yet still feeling like its sort of true self. Next up, in a surprise announcement, we have Ghost Town making its way to VR. This is a brand new escape room type puzzle room type thing. This is coming from the creators of The Room, which is really like the top-notch best experience you can possibly have in this sort of genre of gaming. And this looks like it's holding no freaking punches, man. It looks really high quality, and on top of that, it's spooky as well as being an escape room. Next up, we have Dino Hub, and this is looking, well, kind of like a weird sort of Jurassic Parky type thing, but you can bring the dinosaurs into mixed reality, and you can do other few things that looks kind of interesting about this game as well. So I think essentially the idea behind this game is that you're going to be sort of looking after these dinosaurs, tending to them, and you know, doing what they need doing for them. And then not only that, like I said, you have the mixed reality feature as well that's going to allow you to bring them into your own space. Pretty cool, pretty unique, and I'm interested to try this one out for myself. Next up is a big hard hitter, freaking Behemoth. We finally got a story trailer for this, and it also reveals, I think, possibly the last Behemoth we're going to meet in this. Hopefully they've got at least one more in there that's secret and we haven't seen yet. I'd kind of like that because I feel like we've seen all the Behemoths at this point. But nonetheless, this one adds this new sort of bat character that you're going to be flying around on while you're fighting it. Jeez Louise, this is getting freaking crazier and crazier by the second. I am so damn excited for this game, I cannot even put it into words. It is looking to me like the definitive game for me in virtual reality, and I'm stupid excited for it. I cannot wait to jump into this. It's just looking like it might be my game of the year. And last up, and last but not least, we also had Panic Room announced this week. This is a brand new mixed reality title that's looking like it's going to bring the spookiness to your rooms. Ooh, I know. I'm actually pretty excited for this one, but I'm also terrified of spiders, so I'm looking forward to diving in and experiencing this for myself. This is going to be coming soon to the Quest 3, Quest 3S, so keep your eyes peeled to learn a little bit more about this, and oh my god, It looks kind of terrifying. Coming up next week. Well, next week we have Dumb Ways to Die. Yeah, Dumb Ways to Die is making its way to the Quest, and I'm pretty excited for this one. I guess this is just going to be like goofy fun. It looks like a bunch of mini games. It looks like, honestly, just some harmless, silly fun. As long as this one isn't priced too expensive, I feel like it could be a fun way to sort of like mess around in. But if it is expensive, I feel like it'll probably be a bit of a leave it. This is a party game simulator at the end of the day, you know, and it's just got a bit of a light-hearted sense of humor towards the way that it deals with the game. So I'm interested to see what this is going to be like in VR, as this franchise is fairly big when it comes to sort of flat screening and mobile gaming. So we'll see if that translates over to VR well or not. And last up on today's list, we have Metro Awakening dropping next week. This is another hard hitter, dudes. I am so freaking excited for this because, oh my goodness, I've been waiting so long. Now, I have had the chance to experience Metro Awakening twice now. Once when I was testing out the Quest 3 in the States, and once when I went over to Amsterdam to their main offices to try this out for myself. And honestly, we're in for a treat. I just cannot wait to get in and experience the rest of the game now, because I've put about 45 minutes into it and it impressed me at that much. And also, I have also played this, like I said, on the Quest 3S, and it looked freaking amazing. I almost think it gave Batman a bit of a run for its money in the graphical department. So I'm looking forward to experiencing this, like I say, on my Quest 3 and really pushing this to its limits and just seeing what this game is capable of. Honestly, freaking excited. You should be too. And let me tell you, from someone who's experienced it now on PSVR 2 and this is looking like it's going to be a freaking dynamite game no matter what you pick it up on. So stupid excited about that. And with that, guys, that is going to do it for this week. A little bit of a quieter week, but honestly, still some pretty hard-hitting news. We've got freaking Behemoth on its way in December. Stupid excited about that. We've got Metro coming out next week, and like, we're just rolling with the AAA games at the moment. We had Batman this month, we've got Metro at the end of this month, and then we've got freaking Behemoth coming up soon as well. It's just like non-stop freaking awesomeness coming our way, and yet there is still more awesomeness that's going to be delivered to us over the next few months. It just keeps on going. I'm stupid excited. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe if you are new, and of course, just thank you for being around in this. Let me know in the comments down below what you're going to be playing this weekend, and maybe I'll jump in with you if it's a multiplayer. Who knows, maybe you'll see me. Other than that, guys, take care. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Bye.